My name is Leo Dreger. We're going to cover the penetration testing, scanning, or Module 3 or Phase 3 of scanning. Now again, we're going to use disclosure to our advantage here. Notice we're halfway through the life cycle and we're still focusing on disclosure. A lot of people ask, hey, how did you hack into this or how did you hack into that? Well, hacking actually comes when you gain access to the system. But notice all of the legwork that goes up to gaining access to these systems. These are not just magical hacks. In Phase 3 of scanning, we focus on gaining as much information about our targets, more so than we did when we talked about footprinting. Except we're going to use a variety of different tools here. We're going to look at port scanning in terms of reaching out to our host and figuring out what ports they have opens. The basics here is basically just performing the port scan in itself, where in the intermediate steps of scanning, this covers advanced scanning techniques, where in the actual advanced module, this is where we get into as much detail, as much granular detail as we can about our target and our hosts. Okay, so we'll also talk about some of the IDS invasion techniques. We're going to talk about how to use fragmentation to avoid detection. We're going to look at the different countermeasures that get put in place so that people can't detect that we're scanning. We'll talk about accessing systems that aren't conventional anymore, like war dialing. We're going to talk about using proxies to hide our source. We're going to talk about using Tor and things like that. And then ultimately we'll wrap it up and we'll talk about the actual countermeasures that are used. So there's lots of detail here in this scanning module. So let's go ahead and start and get our hands dirty.